Welcome back to Top of Talk. My shirt is cooler than you'll ever be, but that's not what we're here to talk about, okay? We're here to talk about what happened at Double Down, okay? Now, Double Down was a tournament that happened this weekend, as in, it's Monday today, so, that weekend. And it was pretty cool, So go ahead and get a big shout out to the winners. We got Cake Assault winning Rivals, IBDW, my teammate for Panda, big shout outs, winning Melee, and then Proto Banham, the Iceman himself, winning Ultimate. But anyway, you guys didn't come here for that. We know that. Like, we don't give a fuck about who won. We want to talk about the shit that happened at the tournament, and that's what we're gonna do, okay? So, first off, Hbox apparently was sick for the entirety of that weekend. I'm actually pretty upset about this one myself because I did hang out with Hbox the second day. It wasn't for long, and it wasn't like he was like in my general vicinity for the whole time, but we all went to this bar. It was me, Hbox, Hugs, and a couple of other friends, and he was there, breathing my air. You know what I mean? That's insane. Like, just breathing my air. And then going home or going back to wherever he was at and being sick. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know how he does it. But anyway, so Hbox comes back to the tournament on the next day, and he said he's been coughing up blood and he's having a hard time breathing. All signs of COVID. Or at least a very, very, like, wicked sickness if you're coughing up blood, right? He beats S-Fat and then he dips. No, vomiting, actually. So it went even harder than that. Vomiting up. Okay, so he beats S-Fat and then he dips. But the issue isn't... Okay, first of all, the issue is, for sure, that Hbox should have never been there in the first place, right? But it's the tweets that don't... They're not self-aware, okay? It's the very not self-aware tweet right here. Gonna DQ for... After saying all that other shit about coughing up the blood and whatever, gonna DQ for safety. Good luck to everyone. Also escorted myself out the venue. Bro, it's too late. Okay, you can't get on this high horse. Like, you're not doing us a grave service after you've been in the venue for 3 days straight. For 3 days fucking straight. It's too late. It's literally it's too late. So at that point in time, you got someone sick. Like, I mean, this is the other part too, like, you can't really ShamWow the bracket like this. And also, you didn't have the say on who you were giving this block to. So this actually got scabs pretty heated because, like, this is not how you decide. And there was also some other controversy with this of, like, Hbox, getting the top 8 spot but not doing any other blocks. And, like, I get why Hbox's appeal for top 8 is there. Like, he has a very big fan base. And for the most part, like, he is a very exciting commentator. But the issue with him doing just that, to me, is that, like, if you're only going to come and do top 8, it kind of diminishes every other commentator who's grinding, because you're basically just clouding yourself to the top, right? You know what I mean? I had to grind for years, right? Literal years before I started getting consistent top 8s. Now I'm like on every top 4 ever, but like I earned that spot. You don't really play this game like that, and you're basically just clouding your way to the top by being like, well, I only want this best block. Bro, if you don't do some fucking pool blocks like the rest of them niggas who are trying to get up to where we're at right now, I don't like that. That's not hitting for me, bro. So, yeah, I mean, like, I'm glad to see Hbox do a top 8 if he was willing to do some other blocks as well. But if we're only getting just top 8 Hbox, then I don't like that. I don't like that at all. So I think there's other people who have been grinding for that spot forever that they'll never get because we're not only are we taking up space like the commentators that normally do top 8s and top 4s because we're still reliable, but now you have other people clouting their way through as well. Anyway, so with that being said, yeah, Hbox, like, you kind of fucked up. He came up with an apology, and everyone kind of believes that, like, I'm not gonna dump on him anymore. That, like, the apologies, right? Some people are saying that they think it's because he got yelled at by his sponsors. Okay, I mean, could be true, but hopefully he sticks to his word right here. He says a lot of stuff about obviously wanting to obey the rules now. You know, he had to learn this lesson, whatever. He's going to take the mask protocols more seriously because Hbox has been notoriously known for walking around the venue with no mask, regardless of the mask policy. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Because, yeah, no, they definitely beating his ass in the quote retweets and the replies. Deservedly so, but I think at this point in time, like, you know, he's apologized. He said he's going to try to make change. If he makes change, that's sick. If he doesn't, well, then shit on him some more, I guess, right? But yeah, so that's one of the first happenings. The second happening being technicals. Okay, got to go over here to his channel. Shout outs to Franchise for coming back. Technicals. Obviously, he came. So Tech is apparently banned. I did not know he was banned. Like this is news to me. I did not know he was banned. The only reason I didn't know he was banned is because Tech has been. I see Tech every time I go to Level Up Expo, which is another tournament in Vegas. So I thought, you know, he was just allowed to be around Vegas tournaments, whatever. Found out he was banned. He comes to Double Down, and he's there for like days. Like he's there for a couple days. This image is because the last day, right after Proto won, he had a ban Nairo sign to make sure he got in front of the camera, and it worked. It worked. They definitely got him. So like with all that being with all that happening, whatever, like one, it took away a big moment from Proto ban him because like now that like his pop off and the end of the tournament's kind of scuffed because the sign is here. And two, it's just, what are you doing? Like my question was just, what are you doing? Like the thing is, apparently his thing is Nairo's not banned right now on the global ban list, but Nairo does not plan to go to any tournaments, at least to our knowledge. And on top of that, even if he does go to a tournament, it's a huge risk for the tournament to have him there because he's banned on Twitch. And if you're banned on Twitch, you can't be associated with Twitch at all. Like if me as a streamer decided I wanted to play some games with Nairo and I stream it, I could get banned for that action. So him being on a stream is ban worthy, right? Like straight up, just is ban worthy. So like Tech's being a menace, okay? But my issue with this thing is that like if all you niggas knew he was banned, instead of getting on Twitter to bitch, why didn't y'all go find a TO to kick him out? Like everybody, like he was in that venue for 3 days, bro. I promise you he was there every day, and I did not even know. I didn't know he was banned, so I wasn't gonna be the one to be like, yeah, man, let me go find Gimmer and tell him he's here, because I actually didn't know he was banned. But the fact that like everybody else in the venue, so many people saw Tech. I mean, like just a bunch, like obviously he has fans and stuff too. They were there, but there was people tweeting about him already. Like, oh yeah, man, Tech is here. That's insane. VG Boot Camp is so ass for letting this happen, bro. Say something. All you niggas do is get on Twitter and bitch. Like you had the chance to finally make a difference and you did nothing. You did nothing with it, okay? That's on you now. What the fuck? Like that's that shit that doesn't make no sense. Everybody wants to get their Twitter likes and their Twitter follows or whatever, and oh yeah, I dunked on them, whatever, right? When you could have actually made a difference, you know? So that's to anybody who saw him and knew that he was banned and didn't want him in the venue and didn't say anything about it. So that's, yeah, no, Gimmer's not looking at no fucking Twitter to find out someone was there. Like if y'all don't bring it up to one of the TOs, Gimmer, Tong, who eventually kicked him out, you know, Apostle, or anybody else who has authority to kick this man out, then of course he's not gonna get kicked out. Like and it's not like the security guards. It's not like the security guards know who the fuck Technicals is. They're like 70-year-old men. They probably don't even know what a fucking YouTube is themselves. So it's just, it makes no sense. Like the levels Smash will go to complain without actually trying to fix the issues that they could fix. Like instead, we hopped on our phones and tweeted that Tech was there and tried to shit on VGBC again. So just, he stuck back in under because he was dressed up as a girl. And like, honestly, that's fucking genius. I have to give it up to him right there, man. That's clap it up right there. Like I don't know how you did it, but I gotta clap it up for that one. That's pretty fucking insane. With that being said, yeah, I'm not gonna like, I don't really know what Technical's mission is right here. I think even if you put Nairo on the global ban list, I don't that to me it's not gonna matter. If the man said he doesn't want to go to tournaments himself anymore, then he's not gonna go to any tournaments. I feel like if I were in Nairo position, I wouldn't want to go to tournaments for the sole fact that I think after the way that like the community has been around him, it's not going to be an enjoyable experience for him, in my opinion. I think he will have people that obviously want to hang out with him and shit, but then he's going to have, you know, people like tech followers probably harassing him too. So to me, I think he just wouldn't. I think he just wouldn't go. You know, but that's my opinion. That's kind of what I feel about that one. At the end of the day, you know, Technicals is a dude who makes some videos, and the reason why I didn't know he was banned is because like straight up like he makes videos and it's like I don't really feel like they really do much as far as changing the landscape. Like you make a video about Anti and how he was actually innocent. Anti's still not coming around in tournaments, right? You make a video about Nairo's still not going to tournaments. You make a video about Sky, you haven't seen Sky since, right? So like I don't think that like his videos obviously are banking and making money, and they are definitely bringing a different view to like whatever topic, but he's not changing the landscape of Smash yet, I guess. And so to me it's just like I didn't even think I didn't know he was banned. So, you know. And then the last thing we had to talk about was this it's very minuscule. It's really not like of any importance, but Leo got coached in between sets.
It's all wrapped up in a bow, a gift to take on your flight back home until Leo says, hold on, dog.
Found one opportunity on that second stock, and that ran him to the next set.
And apparently that was against the rules. Like it was against the rules that you couldn't get coached between grand final sets. I didn't know that because that's normally not a fucking rule. Like that's just that usually like they're counted as two different sets. So when it started happening, I'm just like, oh yeah, you know, go ahead and let that happen. Found out a little later that, you know, he wasn't supposed to get coached, but it didn't matter because he lost anyway. So like GG's, but some people were complaining about it on Twitter. Now if Proto was coached, I did not see it because the camera coaching was definitely on last in MKLeo. And let me talk about that real quick. Okay, now before I lay into this, man, just know that like I do actually think Last is a good dude, and he's not trying to come off this way, but I have to say this, okay? Last should not be the head TO and the coach, or a TO in any stretch of the word, and the coach of several players at the same time. It is a conflict of interest by a large margin because of how quickly you can just change the bracket to be a little easier for your coach players, and then just kind of be like, oh, seeding, seeding. Like that, you shouldn't be doing that. You know what I mean? You want to be, Last wants to wear too many hats right now, and I need him to take off the TO hat if he wants to be a coach, because you can be a coach, you can be a commentator at the same time, but you cannot be a coach and a TO at the same time. The conflict of interest is too big. You're giving yourself a target on your back for any time the bracket looks even somewhat fucky. And I just don't think you should be. Yeah, that's not it. And like, it's already happened. Because if you watch the Invitational, there before, like Tweak played Yanni in pools or whatever, right? And then he had to play Yanni again directly in the bracket, and that was a swap that should not have fucking happened. Like, actually, like that swap should not have happened. So, it's it looks bad on you, even if you had like reason, but like the bracket was already not like that before, and then it was swapped to be like that, and there was no reason to do that. So, as I was saying, you cannot wear that many hats. Like, that's just not how that goes. If you want to be a coach, be a fucking coach. You can still commentate, and you can be a little biased on commentary. And yeah, you may probably get, oh man, this guy's so fucking biased for his players. Who cares, right? Some Twitter drone's gonna say that. But if you're the coach and the TO, and the bracket even looks slightly, fucky, you're done. Like, you're done. People are gonna eat you alive. Don't put yourself in those crosshairs, Last. I'm trying to help you out. Take the TO hat off, or take the coach hat off. One or the other. One or the other, bro. You got to do one or the other, okay? But anyway, so Leo's coached. Didn't go well. But it was cool to see his Rob. It was cool to see his Rob, bro. That was pretty neat. That was pretty neat. Also, I guess we can talk about Junebug too. Junebug popped off with the Dr. Mario, and then DQ'd himself to go watch a Penn and Teller show. Go. Go. absolute legend, bro. Like, you can't you can't beat that. Was good. Also, Tia can talk about what he wants, but I'm gonna just say for now, I'm not about top 12s. Oh yeah, no, I'm also in agreement that top 12 was not it. That shit was not it. The fact that I am commentating past midnight is a crime. Okay, like legitimately, I didn't even go back to gamble. Like, and then niggas was over there talking about some. Yeah, bro, you looking kind of tired. I am tired, ho. Like, what the fuck? I'm tired of shit. Like, slaving over this hot mic from 7 to 12. Come on, bro. Holy shit. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for this topic talk. If you have any, comments, obviously leave them in the video below. I do be checking these comments. I will have a discussion with you if you would like to discuss anything you heard in here. If you had any thoughts on the tournament, also leave it below, because it was a pretty wild tournament, man. I mean, the upsets were all over the place. Sonics and Riddles, who were first and second in the last tournament, were like 33rd and like I think 12th or 9th respectively, and it's just that's insane. I mean, there's all kind of upsets going on, but yeah, upsets in and out the tournament, because people were definitely upset. Certain people were there. People were upset that certain people were in the venue when they shouldn't have been in the venue because they're fucking sick. And yeah, just an interesting tournament all around. So with that, the next tournament's gonna have even more shit, and who's gonna be covering it? Me, of course, because you guys love that shit, and I have pretty level-headed takes. That's why. That's all. I'm not part of this pitchfork mafia shit. I don't need to be like on here dunking on y'all for Twitter likes. I just look at it objectively, and I'm like, you know what? This is probably not as big of a deal as y'all make it to be. But when your whole life is wrapped around Twitter and trying to get those likes, like 90% of you smashers, I guess it is all, a big deal to you. Not to me though. Y'all be easy. I'll catch you next time. Peace.